Right, good afternoon. It's Saturday afternoon, early September, and we're currently in between showers. So let's do that first then, let's do the weather. So some heavy rain over the last couple of days. I've been kind of watching the forecast, just getting a little bit stir crazy, you know, it's been a couple of weeks since I've been out. Anyway, the plan today is to head out on a local walk up through Glen Loin and up to Coiregrogain, and then make camp, stay the night, avoid zombie sheep and deal with COVID-19. Well, that's the plan. So that electric pylon there marks the top of this part of the walk, and from there it levels out a little bit. That's Ben Vane in the background, which we did a month or so back. Fabulous hill, absolutely fabulous hill. Almost one of my best so far. This is looking back down the glen towards Arrochar. It is a fabulous walk, but unfortunately it is blighted by these pylons. That's the corrie up in the distance, which we will be climbing. Tito and I will be climbing when we do the 3 Locks Ultra next May. Now we'll probably come in up here approximately 2-3 o'clock in the morning, so it'll probably be pitch black. We won't be able to see a thing, which is not a bad thing because that thing is so steep. Glad I'm not doing it today. Okay, I've arrived at camp now. I've camped here before. It's a fantastic little place. It is right at the side of the track, but the track heads nowhere. So whilst there is a possibility that there could be somebody comes walking up here or down here at some point, it's very, very doubtful. cracking little stream at the side for water. We got a little bit of cover from these firs. There's very little wind around, which is excellent. It's cool, and the reason I picked this spot is because I'm hoping the temperature's going to drop down tonight, because I'm going to try out my new sleeping bag, which I'll tell you a little bit more about later. So without much further ado, let's get this tent pitched now. Okay, so that's tent pitched, water got, all the bedding in. I'll just show you the new sleeping bag. So it's the Couloir 350. It's a 3-season lightweight down. It's a centre zip bag. I wanted a centre one because I like to be able to sit up in my tent, you know, with it almost draped around my shoulders, so I quite like it. It's a down bag, weighs in a whopping 800 grams, and this is its first test tonight. I've actually picked this Glen for a reason, because we've got heights, we've got over 1,000 feet, and it's completely surrounded by the mountains. We've got Benim there, and we've got Ben Narnain there, so it's going to be cold tonight, and I want to test it. I want to test it out, and I shall tell you why in a short while. But what do you reckon to my home for the night? Right. Well, I've just had my tea, which I've actually I bought some meals from Decathlon, less than £5, and this one's pasta bolognese, and I had no expectations of this. Bear in mind they're better reviewed and far more expensive on offer out there. However, I thought for the first time I'll just get some of these and keep it reasonably cheap. That was very, very, very good. Not bad. I think the true test was I was pulling bits of meat out of my teeth when I finished, so not bad. And less than £5. And I'm washing it down with a cheeky Syrah, which is very nice. Excuse me. So what I've got to do is I've got to do quite a bit of training. I am going to set myself a bit of a challenge. The idea is to do a through hike It's 100 miles and I'm aiming to do round about, well, I'm going to try to do it in less than 6 days, so I'm aiming for circa, you know, 15 to 20 miles per day. I'm not going to say what it is just yet, but it isn't the West Highland way. But what I thought was I need to get out and get some miles under my belt with the bag on and all that kind of stuff, test some of these things out, and hopefully get this done towards the end of this year. Obviously we've got the 3 locks Ultra with Tito the Troddler next May, so it's all good. It's all good training for that. In fact, it will go past this tent around about 3 o'clock in the morning when we do that, but I'll be filming that, so watch out for that. Anyway, it is currently 8:15. It's dark now. It's been raining now for the last sort of hour and a half, but I'm comfortable in here. So far the sleeping bag's been absolutely fabulous. I feel, I don't know, it felt when I got it out it was all flat and, you know, compressed, and it's just, I think it's called loft. It's all fluffed up now, and I've got the very, very basic clothes on underneath, apart from this jacket, which I'm actually going to take off. So I'm just going to try. I've got some merino wool leggings on and a merino wool long sleeve shirt, so I'll try that for warmth. I'll keep my hat on, and we'll see how that goes. Anyway, great camp so far. I really do believe this is my spot. I don't believe anybody else camps here. It's just completely off the beaten track, tucked away nowhere. It's only space for one tent, which is just big enough for mine. I can see my son coming back here again. Anyway, for now, over and out, and I'll see you in the morning. Morning. Good night's sleep last night, no problems at all, no wind, and it stopped raining about, well, just before I went to sleep, about 10:30. Great night's sleep really. Everything performed well. The camping bag was a huge success. Very, very cosy, very warm, with just a base layer on, so I'm happy with that. I've got coffee brewing now, so I will have some porridge, and then when I've done that I shall break camp. It's currently 6:20 in the morning, so yes, we shall pick this up when we're ready to head back. I don't know whether you can pick this up, but that is an absolutely stonking sunrise. Sneaky, eh? Right, homeward bound. Just after 7 o'clock. It's not raining. Bag's a bit lighter. We're doing well now. So the journey back from camp is again 6 miles, but predominantly downhill, and it truly is a beautiful morning for walking. There's not a breath of wind, and to say it was meant to be blowing sort of 10 to 15 mile an hour, it just shows you how surprisingly inaccurate they can be about Scottish Highland weather. So the views are opening up now, just leaving the pine forest for a short while, and it's offering fabulous views of Glen Loin. It's quite an excellent looking mountain from this angle. If you look at it from the south, it's almost like a plateaued mountain, but from this it proper has a good alpine look about it. And the views are pretty good. Well, back here now above Arrochar, and still a wonderful morning. So I really enjoyed that. That was a lovely night, and it would have been a bit of a perk actually waking up to that sunrise. When I actually chose that that spot where I've camped actually before, you know, I didn't realise that it was facing east, so that was quite a treat when I climbed out my tent this morning. So a thoroughly enjoyable trip, around about 12 miles round trip, which is good. Everything feels okay, so probably about 30 minutes now and then home.